Through the Most High Yah, I have been inspired to share with all my believing Hebrew nieces and nephews out there something my daughter, Naomi, asked me the other day.
Why do I get angry so easily?
She had started searching for an answer in the book of Proverbs, and I was trying to give her an answer in simple everyday terms, saying things like, it's because you're growing, and anger is just another emotion that growing Hebrew boys and girls need to control as Yah commands. But because of this question, I knew we had to start this video podcast series together and share it on a broad platform rather than have it remain in our own household. Hopefully, with Yah leading us, of course, we will inspire little kingdom preppers like you to seek Yah and love Yah, no matter how old you are. We are told in Joshua chapter 1, verse 8, to study the book of instruction continually. So please, pull out your scriptures and read each book, chapter, and verse for yourself, with a parent or guardian's help if you need it. We find that when Naomi reads the words for herself, she has a more personal relationship with Yeshua. Not to mention the many questions that a single verse can spark. Now, just like a volcano, anger does not erupt without warning. Anger appears after a slow buildup over time. And like the lava from a volcano, that anger eventually comes to the surface and then flows in different forms, which can be verbal, like using mean words, or physical, like being rough with someone. But while we cannot stop a volcano from erupting, I wish I could, Yah has given us the power to control anger and even hold it back. And by thinking and doing righteousness each day and praying to Yah often, you will be able to control your emotions no matter what age you are. Many children experience moments where they get a chance to control their anger. And Naomi told me about a time when she too had that chance. In fact, Naomi, can you give our little kingdom preppers an example of when a playmate got rough with you at the museum? Remember that time?
Yeah, I remember. Sure.
So, what were you saying? You were at the museum with Daniel, right?
Yeah, I was.
And you were playing, was it like a sandbox or something outside at the museum?
Yeah, there was.
Okay, and what happened? This girl, what did she do? Did she approach you or you approached her?
She approached me. And while I was there, she came over and she started saying, mean things about me and inappropriate things about me.
Now, how old was she? Do you remember? Around what age?
Around 6 years old. But she was saying inappropriate things about me, and she was doing mean things to me, like hitting me, kicking me, and throwing rocks on my head.
Did you say rocks on your head?
Yes.
Okay, now, what did you do in that situation? Be honest.
I tried my best to avoid her.
You did what?
Yeah, I tried my best to avoid her. So one, I wouldn't get hurt anymore, and two, she was just really mean, and I don't like hanging out with mean people.
Wise counsel. Thanks for being brave and sharing that. Now, let's hear from some other brave little and not so little kingdom preppers out there. Here are some more examples from our listeners who were able to control their anger.
My name's Amir. I'm 13 years old. I come from Brooklyn, New York. Okay. I'm a person who really loves to solve Rubik's Cube. I have around 7 different types at home. I could solve them around 30 seconds. And one time, I was at the mall with my cousin Jane. He wanted to play with one of my Rubik's Cubes. I gave my Rubik's Cube over to him, and he took my cube, placed it on the floor, and stomped on it. At that time, I was really angry and just wanted to scream at him and saying, "Why did you do that? Why?" But instead, I just calmed down and I went to his mom and said, "You better buy me another cube."
Hello, my name is Khalil. I am 6 years old, and where I live is Baltimore, Maryland. Sometimes when I get when I control my anger is when Dayton tells me to don't hit Arya or anything. So my little sister Ania hitting me makes me angry.
Hi, my name is Asalia. I'm 12 years old and I live in Puerto Rico. Here's an example of a time that I controlled my anger. One day, my so-called friends, they made me mad, and instead of showing my anger, I ignored them and played with other kids. The only thing that I know that helps me to stop my anger is to be patient with my friends, my teacher, my mom, but I'm still trying with the help of Yeshua HaMashiach.
Shalom, my name is Ania Hall and I'm 6 years old and I live in San Antonio, Texas.
Tell us about a time when you controlled your anger.
One time when I had took a nap and I felt better.
Now, while all these young believers showed patience during these moments, I know this isn't something we always do. Everyone gets angry once in a while. Some would say it comes with being human. If you're a living, breathing person, sooner or later, you're gonna get angry. And just like a volcano that takes time to erupt, the same goes for anger. The older you get, however, the more time you'll have to learn how to be angry. But as children of the light, and as the loyal sheep of Yeshua's fold, we need to learn something else instead, and that is patience. When writing a letter to the Hebrew believers long ago, one of Yeshua's closest friends and followers, Peter, had this to say about false teachers of his day.
We have everything we need to live a life that pleases Yah. It was all given to us by Yah's own power when we learned that He had invited us to share in His wonderful goodness. Yah made great and marvelous promises so that His nature would become part of us. Then we could escape our evil desires and the corrupt influences of this world. Do your best to improve your faith. You can do this by adding goodness, understanding, self-control, patience, devotion to Yah, concern for others, and love.
2 Peter 1, verses 3-7. After Naomi and I read this passage, we also had a talk about what her triggers were. Triggers being the things that were making her choose to react so quickly with anger. She confessed saying,
I don't like when you point out the wrong or unrighteous things I do.
Now, it's a parent's duty to correct, either by words or actions, a child's wrongdoing. But I let her continue.
I also don't like to be reminded of past things I did or said that was unrighteous.
Naomi expressed some of the things she felt was making her angry. Here are some of the things that make my nieces and nephews out there angry as well.
Hello, my name is Paige and I live in Baltimore, Maryland. And I'm 9 years old. And in the morning, when my brother and sister comes in, when I'm sleeping, they play. That makes me angry. And this morning, when my baby sister and I was brushing our teeth, I told her to wash her face, but she wouldn't. And then she hit me. And then I said, okay, whatever.
My name is Omar, and I'm calling from the United States of America. Town I'm in is Shenandoah. Okay, the first question was, what are the things that trigger or the things that make you angry? When people hit me.
First question, what are your triggers or the things that make you angry?
When I cannot eat sweets all day.
These are the things that make me angry. When my friends criticize me, when my teacher accuses me of doing something that I didn't do, when my mom raises her voice at me and doesn't let me talk.
If you feel the same way as Naomi and our listeners who explain what makes them angry, know that as a Hebrew child, these emotions are part of your spiritual growth. It is something you have to go through as a believing Hebrew. And being shown your unrighteous ways and correcting them is what it takes to become His set-apart child. Doing this will lead to being a humble child of our Father Yah. Naomi and I then discussed what she thought being angry might accomplish. What good fruits could it possibly bring to Yah? The answer to that, which we found in the scriptures, was clear. There are no good fruits that can come from being angry. And we, being children of Yah, should only bring forth good fruits.
It's smart to be patient, but it's foolish to lose your temper.
Proverbs 14, verse 29. Yah wants our emotions to be like a calm stream, gently flowing as an example to all the chaos around us.
Something completed is better than something just started. Patience is better than too much pride. Only fools get angry quickly and hold a grudge.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verses 8 to 9. My beloved nieces and nephews, speak to your parents. Tell them what is in your heart and pray that Yah will give your parents understanding, mercy, and love to continue to train you to be a child of our great Creator. May they be righteous examples, living according to Scripture, that you may continue to grow as Yah's children of the light and learn how to love Him. Yah created you to be set apart, that is, different from the other children of this world who love unrighteousness. And He will bless you for doing what is right, like not being quick to get angry.
My dear friends, you should be quick to listen and slow to speak or to get angry. If you are angry, you cannot do any of the good things that Elohim wants done. You must stop doing anything unrighteous or evil. Instead, be humble and accept the message that is planted in you to save you. Obey Yah's message. Don't fool yourselves by just listening to it. If you hear the message and don't obey it, you are like people who stare at themselves in a mirror and forget what they look like as soon as they leave. But you must never stop looking at the perfect law that sets you free. Yah will bless you in everything you do, if you listen and obey, and don't just hear and forget.
James chapter 1, verses 19 to 25. Now, here are some other scripture verses from our listeners that will help you stop your anger from erupting like a volcano.
Hayden Poindexter, Arizona Buckeye. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that takes a city. Proverbs 16, verse 32. Here's this verse that I remembered, that whoever who hates thy brother or sister is a murderer.
Do you have a favorite verse in the scriptures that help you stop your anger from erupting like a volcano?
Yes, Proverbs 14:29. He who is slow to anger has great understanding.
The Bible verse that helps me is Psalm 37:8. Stop being angry, turn from wrath, do not with it only leads to evil.
Well, that's it for our podcast. We hope you've enjoyed it and will continue to work on controlling your anger. Shalom to my nieces and nephews scattered among the nations. Much love.
If you're growing up Hebrew and would like to add your voice to our next video podcast, contact us through our website at www.kingdompreppers.org and type, "I would like to be a part of the next Growing Up Hebrew podcast," and we'll send you an email with instructions on how to do that.
Thank you. Goodbye.